Now, something cute. I found this freckle pen, Simulation Freckle, and I absolutely love it. So I'm not really doing much makeup nowadays because, as I told you, I'm unemployed and I couldn't care less. I'm also very depressed and I have a lot of post-traumatic stress going on. So I'm basically in leggings and a pullover, no makeup, and my hair is never really done. Honestly, I get ready like once a week when I film my TikTok videos, and that's it. I never really get dressed. Besides that 1 week where I spend the whole day, one day, sorry, where I spend the whole day doing TikTok videos. Currently, my life is very interesting. I'm at home. I have still several activities and it always feels like 24 hours, it's just not enough. Because I'm a full-time writer, right? I have so many books to edit, correct, illustrate, make the cover for and publish. And obviously it takes a lot of time to get a book ready. So I'm working on that all the freaking time. Plus I'm trying to get edited a YouTube video 1 per month, approximately, because I cannot do more. It's just too much time and effort, and I'm a freaking debutante in this, so it takes me a lot of time to edit it. Plus I'm doing TikTok, which takes me 1 whole day per week, every week or every 2 weeks. I'm also very active on Instagram and Facebook to promote everything that I do. And on top of that, I'm also a porn star on Pornhub and OnlyFans, so you can imagine that's something that I have to work every day. Actually, I have to post content. And also I'm trying to make a lot of research on tiny house building because we decided we are gonna build it ourselves. So that's also a lot of research time and energy going in. And I'm also doing some job research because from next month, the month of April, I want to start to have short-term contracts and work. I don't know what kind of job I want to do yet. So I'm just looking for anything really short-term and trying to figure out what I would like. I still have a month to go before I start looking actively. But from time to time, I just need to send a few applications and look around just to feel more secure, because being unemployed is very anxiety-inducing and stressful for me. And I noticed that if I do a little bit of job search and application and I'm getting called and contacted by agencies and they want to give me work, then I feel like, okay, it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna find a job in 1 month, right at the time where I'm gonna need it. For now, I'm gonna stay unemployed and focus on my projects and build my business and everything. I don't know why everything is anxiety inducing to me, so really I shouldn't be surprised. But being unemployed is something I usually hate, so I try to tell myself that I am not unemployed. I'm a full-time writer and an influencer and a porn star. Obviously I'm making zero, like no money with it. So I'm currently living off of unemployment help from the state. How is it called? I don't know. But in France, if you worked for a few years, which I've done, and it was horrible, but I've done it. I was a secretary, always some kind of medical secretary or administrative assistant and stuff, and I never want to do that ever again. So you accumulate days that you can take out to be unemployed and still paid like a percentage of what used to be your salary. Yeah, I don't know if that was clear. I hope you understood. France is really amazing in terms of being poor, and I have been very poor for all of my life basically, so it's nice because they help you out. If your salary is very low, they give you some financial aid from the state. When you get unemployed and you have already worked a few years, you get some financial help from the state. So basically I can afford now to be unemployed for a few months, and it's really nice. So what do you think about my freckles? I think they are really cute. Yeah, I like them. So I was thinking about what kind of job I would like to have now that I don't want to be an administrative assistant or secretary anymore, and in the medical field, like for sure not ever going back, because I got insulted so many times in the medical field. I just, no, I deserve better. I don't want to get insulted, paid to be insulted anymore. It's just, no, thank you. So I was thinking, hear me out, maybe I could do some work in nature, because I really like to dig into dirt and take care of plants and flowers and stuff. And the French town I'm living in is looking for unexperienced staff that could help to take care of the plants in the town. So it's like, maybe I could try that. Also, I'm really open to any short-term project that is something that I've never done before. I just want to try something completely new, where something that is a little bit more aligned with what I like, which means I want it either to be creative or something where I can use my hands and actually create something with wood or dirt or plants, or maybe learn more about the banking system. So I would love to work for a bank, because at some point maybe I want to invest in Airbnbs, so it would be nice to know a little bit more about how that works from a financial aspect. Maybe selling stuff, but maybe in a sex shop, that would be nice. See, it needs to be, or maybe in a library. Yeah, I would love to sell books, see, or I would love to work for an editor, like a publisher. I know I have to start like really low, and and I'm not gonna be paid much, but I don't fucking care. I wasn't paid much as a secretary either. It was minimum wage or a little bit above all the time. So plus when you are a secretary, it stays minimum wage, you know. It makes sense, because there is a limit. Like, you cannot be a hire secretary or become something else. When you are a secretary, you stay a secretary, and I don't like that. I want to build a tiny house with my boyfriend, and our plan is to have that as an example and create a business out of it and build tiny houses for other people. Yeah, and I really want to keep working on my porn star projects and writing is like obviously a huge thing for me, but I don't want to put pressure on them, because I have a sex and love addiction. So for me, putting pressure on an activity that involves my body to earn money with it, no, it will be very toxic for me, and I feel like I would just hurt myself. So instead of it, I'm using this to heal myself and try to find my libido and try to enjoy safe and healthy sex and showcase it to people, to show that it's possible and it can be very romantic and nice and beautiful and like spiritual experience, you know, not something violent or degrading. I absolutely hate degrading porn for women. I mean, no. So my goal is to create something that evolves around respect and trust. Simply respect, trust, feeling good, being yourself, and just being very connected to your body and your soul and being a whole. I think that's something that I feel very passionate about and that I enjoy doing, and is very healing for me and good and feels nice. Also, my writer project is doing amazing in terms of, I feel like I created something that I'm gonna leave behind me when I'm gone from this world, and also I'm just proud of myself, and it feels nice to speak out loud about my story and have it available to people if they want to, and knowing that other victims are gonna find them, read them, and feel better, and it's gonna give them hope. They're gonna feel less alone, less crazy, less dirty. That's all I want. And just the same as with my porn activity, I don't want to put any pressure on it money-wise. So if people buy it, good, but I don't want to focus on it like my primary income, because I feel like it would also become toxic and I would hate it, and it's just not my goal. Yeah, so I want to still get like short-term contacts and a job, and then when the time is right and the money is right, I can create my, and I have the skills, I can create my Airbnb business, my tiny house business first, tiny house building business, and then my Airbnb business. And my plan is to live off of my Airbnb business full-time completely, and everything that comes on top, like the porn star activity and the writing, that's just a bonus, you know. Yeah. Now that I overshared on the internet again, thank you very much for listening. I think this is my way of trying to get rid of the shame, because when you've been through childhood trauma stuff, the most difficult thing is to battle all the shame that comes with it, and not feeling like you are in your body and you are entitled to be here and live and exist. And I think I am currently doing that by oversharing and taking my place and being loud and being like, yes, this is what I am, this is what I do, and I know this is good, so I don't really care what you think. And honestly, it feels nice. Okay.
Fråga inte vad som hände mig. Fråga inte vad som kommer sen när allt är över. Det spelar ingen roll.
Also, did I tell you that I saw a chiropractor and a shaman? Yes, so I'm trying to stop my pills because I don't want to take drugs anymore. It sucks. And I went to see a chiropractor, which was kind of spiritual, and he didn't do much physical on me, although he did do that. He cracked my back because I had back pain. So it was very nice, and after that I started to feel different, like very different. I saw myself differently and life differently, and it wasn't easy. It was kind of hurtful, painful, and hard emotions came up, but I do feel better. I also went to see a shaman, which was like such an experience. I always kind of rejected these spiritual things because my mom was pushing me into them, and also my mom is the kind of person with toxic positivity. I don't know if you know people like that. I feel like it's really in right now. This toxic positivity is, oh, if it doesn't feel right, I'm just gonna look somewhere else and not listen to it, and that's not good. I mean, even if you have that relationship with yourself, it's very toxic, and you are gonna end up exploding and having your body show the things that you don't face, and then you have to face them. Like your body is gonna force them anyway to face them, and it's better to be brave about it and sit with your not nice feelings and give them space, and they are gonna evaporate anyways. It's not easy. It requires a lot of braveness, and you're gonna suffer. You are gonna feel dirty, alone, pain, rejected, everything. But these are feelings that have to flow through you, because if they get stuck, you're just gonna keep them, and it's gonna eat you up alive. Yeah. So I saw this shaman, and it was such a transformative experience. Like, my body was moving while he was doing his things, and oh my god, I don't know, it was very spiritual, but this time I was open to it because it wasn't forced upon to me. What? I wasn't forced to do it, you know. Someone spoke about him to me, a friend. I got interested. I asked for the contact of the shaman. I contacted him, and I took the initiative to go there and, invest in this for me, for myself. So for the last 2 months, I didn't see my therapist, because I'm doing this therapy where we are just talking, and she is specialized in borderline people, which is great. But I feel like my problem is much bigger than that, and it's not really borderline, it's more CPTSD. Like, I have some huge post-traumatic stress issues that really destroy me and my life. And I feel like that cannot be handled with just talking about it and analyzing and then in an intellectual way. It's just not enough. Because even if I understand why I'm feeling bad, I still feel bad. I still suffer so much. Now I'm just more aware of it and conscious, and I understand the why. So I was like, nice, now I know why I suffer, but I still suffer. I'm suffering. So then I saw this shaman and chiropractor, and I tried to take like natural pills that are not drugs, and I feel like it treats my soul and my emotions and my body, because my body is so traumatized and I have so many emotions stuck in me that need to dissolve, and I want to be free. I want to free myself from my past and and move on, even though I don't really like that term, because you cannot move on. Like, yeah, it's not, you cannot forget, you cannot forgive or move on. You can free yourself, I think, and that's something that speaks to me, and I just feel at peace with this. I feel at peace. Yeah. Like, obviously it triggers somewhat the shame that I already feel on a daily basis about what happened to me when I was a child. And I feel like when I do my porn star activity, or I do writing about my sugar baby life and everything crazy I did, that triggers the shame, and it challenges me to not get triggered and not have shame anymore, like be free of shame. I don't know if you understand. It totally makes sense to me. And that's the only thing that counts, right? Anyways,
Un peu de magic.
Attends, câlin.
Hein?
Pose la vie, mon petit papa, câlin.
Avec plaisir. quand même. Très contente de te retrouver.
Donne mettre les bactéries.
Pas de problème. Je partage.